Hello.
So if someone had said to you around the time that you got that part in Trainspotting and that extraordinary start to your career that you would end up with the Coen brothers, with Scorsese, and now with your very own Pixar movie, what would you have thought?
I just wouldn't have believed it. I mean, I do tend to take things as they come anyway. I don't sort of set my sights on something and then go for it. And I wouldn't have the guts anyway to sort of set my sights on Pixar. Like, I'm going to go for this and somehow it's going to work out. So yeah, it's a strange life.
But you're enjoying yourself?
I am. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm very lucky. I get to work with really great people and to be in the same room as really great people, and it's very inspiring.
As we assume when we see a film like this, because it's so much fun to watch, that it must also be fun to make. But it must be quite a different experience. Obviously, you're not seeing all the visuals around you. You're not you're not physically being the character. How much of a difference did that make to how you approached the performance?
Well, it was it was like I might as well not have done anything ever before.
Really?
I mean, there was nothing I could do that felt familiar. So yeah, I had to big everything up. I had to make everything more, and being in a room with Mark Andrews was really helpful because he's very energetic and he's a very loud, larger than life American, and so that kind of helped me get into fit into Merida's shoes a bit more, and it took a while. I was a slow starter, I think they would probably agree. And then once I got the hang of it, I got really into it and involved, and I felt it was very liberating in the end. I was able to ad-lib a bit, not ad-lib, but they love all the noises that you make surrounding your main line of dialogue, and so I got more vocal.
If and how much you yourself have things in common with Merida, or maybe did when you were younger?
Well, I was much more indoorsy and
Right.
sort of bookish, and I had square eyes from watching so much TV, and so she's much more energetic and outspoken than I was, and I really didn't have. I mean, Merida has quite a big thing to rebel against, and I didn't really have that. I just had the normal trials and tribulations of sort of battling with my mum in my teenage way.
Yeah. And using your own accent and being able to sort of celebrate your Scottishness and even to bring some of that to the film in terms of what you were telling the filmmakers about Scotland. How was that for you? Because you've been doing a lot of work in America lately, so was that a relief?
It was great. It was funny. I did do most of my work for Brave in America, because I work a lot of the time in New York, and so they would come to New York, and it was nice. It made me feel a bit closer to home. Yeah.
And then, of course, you also have all those impressions that Americans have of Scotland and Scottish peoples, some of which are very affectionate and nice, and some of which are crazy. Was that something that you were tempted to mess around with, or did you mislead them about any made-up traditions? Or?
No, I mean, it was like nothing. It was all. I was like a real latecomer to the party, to be honest. It wasn't set in stone in any way, but it was all clear where the story was headed and who the other surrounding characters were, and so I just had to find my teenage voice.
She's a lovely character. So
thank you so much
for that. And
thank you.